Okay, today we are having a look at how to find the equation of a line between 2 points. So I've got my two coordinates here. Now the first thing that I'm going to do is write x1, y1 and x2, y2. Now you could have written x2, y2 and x1, y1 on that one, still would have worked as long as you're consistent that you have x, y and the same number subscript there. So the two equations that we're going to be using for this are our gradient, m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and we're going to use our y equals mx plus c. So to start with, we're going to find the gradient between those 2 points. So I want y2 take y1. So I come up here, my y2 is 9, and I'm going to take away 5. On the bottom, I need my x2, which is 2, and I'm going to take away my x1, which is 0. That's going to leave me with 4 over 2, so my gradient is equal to 2. I'm then going to take that piece of information and I'm going to put that up here in my y equals mx plus c. So I can write it as y equals 2x plus c. But obviously I haven't finished because I want to know what c is. To find out what c is, I can choose either of these two coordinates. So I'm going to choose the 2, 9 just to show that it works with either. You could have also done it with the 0, 5. I'm going to point something out with that afterwards, and that's why I didn't choose this one to start with. So I'm going to look at the 2, 9. So where I see the y, I'm going to write 9. And where I see the x, I'm going to write 2. So I've got 2 times 2 plus c. That gives me 9 is equal to 4 plus c. So I'm then thinking, what must I be adding to 4 to give me 9? And I can see that that will be c is equal to 5. If I wasn't sure how to work that out, I could take that 4 from both sides, and that would be how I get my c equals 5. Once I've got that, I know my m is 2, and I know my c is 5, so I rewrite my equation of y equals 2x plus 5. Now the reason I chose the 2, 9 there was because if we look over here, this is what we actually call our y-intercept. When x equals 0, that's where it's cutting the y-axis. That actually is our c value. So I could have recognised that from the start, and once I had my m equals 2 there, I could have gone straight to that answer and put that 5 in if I have that 0 for x. So I just wanted to show that as a feature as well. In the next one, we aren't given that. We're just given 1, 3 and 3, negative 1. So we don't have a y-intercept in this one. So we're going to start it the same way. We're going to write our x1, y1, x2, y2. Then we're going to write our rule for gradient. M is equal to y2 take y1 over x2 take x1. So I'm looking up here, my y2 is going to be negative 1, and I'm going to take away 3. And over here I've got a 3, and I'm going to take away 1. So I get left with negative 4 over 2. Now when I do negative 4 divided by 2, I will get negative 2 as my answer. That's what my m is equal to. So I'm then going to use my second equation, y equals mx plus c, and I'm going to take that gradient of negative 2 and pop that up here. So I have y is equal to negative 2x plus c. And I'm going to do the same thing again, where I picked one of the coordinates and put that in for x and y. In this case, I'm going to choose the 1, 3 because it's not a negative. I don't have a negative in there, and I know that a lot of students find the negative difficult to work with. So I'm going to choose the one that has 2 positive numbers. So I'm going to put in my y is 3, negative 2 times 1. So that's where these are coming from. And then I'm going to say 3 is equal to negative 2 plus c. So what do we have to add to negative 2 to give us 3? If we're not sure how to work that out, what we can do is take away negative 2 here, or which is the same as adding 2, plus 2. And when I plus 2, I get 5 is equal to c. And I can do a quick check and say negative 2 plus 5, yes, that will give me 3. Then I'm going to grab those two pieces of information. My m is negative 2, my c is equal to 3, and I can write my equation, I'm going to squish it in down the bottom here, negative 2x plus 5. So I have my 2 different examples there. Hopefully that'll help you with your finding your linear equations. I may go through some other videos practicing just working out gradient, etc. Stay tuned for those ones.